Daddy said saved, a penny saved is? It's a penny, man. Penny's a penny. Your daddy was messed up in the head. Your daddy was broke. Your daddy worked his ass off his whole life and still didn't have anything. My dad died at 52 years old. He was more successful than any other Cardone. When my dad died, my mom had to sell the house because we didn't have freedom. My dad had respect. My dad was a professional. My dad earned a good living. My dad bought some life insurance. My dad had all the debt paid off. But we couldn't keep assets that were paid for because they didn't produce income.
Before we get on with this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video.
How do I do this if I have no money? How many of you have no money right now? You don't need money. You need courage. How many heard the saying before, it takes money to make money? How many heard this before, it takes money to make money? What's wrong with you? You guys think you're gonna do this without energy. You're like hallucinating. Okay, you are not gonna win this game if you have no energy, okay? How many heard this saying before, it takes money to make money? Yeah. It doesn't take money to make money, it takes courage to make money. It takes courage to make money. You need to understand the opportunity more than you understand the obstacle. Most people understand the obstacle like every little thing about the obstacle, and they don't understand the opportunity. All right, a gentleman asked me, he's like, hey, if you had $1 million today, what would you do with it? I said, I'd buy a $3 million piece of real estate. If I had $1 million. If I didn't have $1 million, I would find 10 people. If I had 100 grand, I would then find 10 people that had 100 grand, and I would put the deal together for a $3 million piece of property, period. And that's all I'd look for, okay? I would take this $1 million piece of property. I'd find the best location I could. I would overpay to get it. I don't want the lowest price. I want the best piece of property. They can suffer through the bad times. Everybody agree? I don't want the stuff that goes back. I want the stuff that never goes back. I want the stuff that's not even for sale. I want the stuff that every time it has sold, it always commanded the highest price. Because what is that proof of? Dude, it's a trophy. Right? So how many business owners here? How many of you own a business and you have employees? Do you want the best employees or do you want the worst employees? Are you willing to pay for talent? Are you willing to overpay the market? I can't ever find any good people. Oh my God, there's no good people. There's an invasion in England and now all the good people are gone and they've all left. Dude, what's wrong with you, man? Who are you talking about? Who are you talking to? I can't find any good people. You don't pay them anything, right? You pay people money, you'll get good people. But you won't trade paper for talent. Oh, I gotta save my money. That's what my daddy taught me. Daddy said saved, a penny saved is? It's a penny, man. Penny's a penny. Your daddy was messed up in the head. Your daddy was broke. Your daddy worked his ass off his whole life and still didn't have anything. Okay, everybody was proud of your daddy. Oh, he did so good. Your daddy didn't have freedom. Quit making sense of how well your daddy did. My dad died at 52 years old. Did better than any other a person in his family tree with my name. He was unbelievable. He was more successful than any other Cardone in 100 years. When my dad died, my mom had to sell the house because we didn't have freedom. My dad had respect. My dad was a professional. My dad earned a good living. My dad bought some life insurance. My dad had all the debt paid off. But we couldn't keep assets that were paid for because they didn't produce income. How many of you here own a home? How many of you have equity in a house? So you don't believe in real estate. You guys y'all don't love real estate. Oh, our house is paid for. So? I'm in a castle 2 hours from here in Hampshire, 5,000 acres. They got falcons, they got owls, they got foxes. I'm watching a nature channel out my window. Okay, okay. People, man, it's a 5,000. It was the Wallops. What was the name of the family? The Wallops, okay? 5,000 acres. Beautiful, man. Big castle. I got the castle because my kids wanted to be in a castle. I'm like, shit, let's get them a castle. What would a good father do? Right? Dude, a good father with enough money coming in that it don't matter, let's get them a castle. Let's see if we can ruin these kids. Okay, I'm gonna give them the test, man. We're gonna test them. I'm gonna see if, can we just ruin them with so many great experiences. They're like 15 and they're like, I'm going crazy. Shit, they gave me everything. I'm lost my damn mind. I went to 9 countries in 30 days and it fucked me up. You know, hey, look, if they're gonna get messed up, I wanna give them a good experience. I don't want to give them the one I had, which was my mama was worried every day. I had a great mother, okay? Every day she was worried. Why? One reason my mother was worried. No income. Depended on the government check. Terrified every day, clipping coupons. How many are brought up like this? Clipping the coupons. Clipping the coupons. How many of you had your mother had a drawer, a little box in the house, and it was the sacred place. It was all the strawberry discounts, berry discounts, right? Fig discounts, right? And she would determine what she bought based on the coupon that she had. This shit's insane. I had a friend, him and his girlfriend hated each other's guts, but the sex was good. So they stayed together, right? And then they finally said, we can't do this anymore. How many have been in that relationship with the psycho person? And you hate each other. You hate each other. You're right for somebody, but not each other, right? These guys looking at each other. Is that us? True story, true story, true story. Okay, these guys had a trip planned. They had a trip planned to this expensive place. I think it was the Maldives. And they broke up before the Maldives and still went on the trip together because they had paid for it. 5 days of misery. Because they already paid for the trip. This is crazy. Right? If you're thinking like that, you don't understand real estate. If you're trying to save money, you don't understand real estate. Real estate is not about saving money. It's about multiplying money, okay? If I have $1 million and I can buy a $3 million piece of property, did I win already? Dude, I'm already a winner. Everybody agree? I just won 3X. It's magic. It's legal magic. I just got to have the guts to go get this. Because if you buy something too small, you're going to struggle keeping it. So remember, you want to go big. If you could go to 10 right here, if this could be 10, and your first deal could be 30, I would guarantee you a greater chance of success at 30 than 3. Most people aren't going to start there. I should have. My first deal was 78 grand. My second deal was $2 million. My second deal made me more money than my other 3 companies had ever made me. My second deal. My first deal I had to get rid of because they moved out. My second deal was, I think it was $1.9 million. I put 350 grand down. I went from $3,000 investment to a $350,000 investment. Bought a great piece of real estate. Sold that piece of real estate for $6 million. Shouldn't have sold it. Should have never sold it. Probably should have. Because you want to get money and go buy a bigger deal. Because what I did was I took the money and I bought a bigger deal. I just multiplied money. So let's say I sell this deal for $4 million. How much did I make? Bought it for 1. It was worth 3. I sell it for 4. What's my return on that deal? 100%. My return's 100%. Okay? I owe $2 million on the deal. Got to pay the bank back. I get my $1 million back. Plus 1, it's 100% return. Plus whatever cash flow I got. I mean, the money, man. Who's good for 100%? Who's like, you know, should I go for 100%? That's what we look for. We look for real estate that has a potential to provide 2 and 3x returns. I don't care where on the planet it is. It could be in Greece. It could be in London. It could be in Cardiff. It could be in Wales. I'd even go to Ireland. I'm just telling you. I go to Mexico. Go where you got to go. If you understand the opportunity, how many agree it's worth trading the time? Because you can't do that with your business. Your business is limited to how many places you can move it to. I need debt. Everybody agree? The debt, the bank is your friend here. He's not the enemy. On these deals, the debt is good debt. It's not bad debt, okay? How many heard all debt is bad debt? How many heard that saying before? All debt is bad debt, get rid of debt. How many of you have a house paid for? How many have a house paid for? Your house is paid for, and you're proud of it too. We paid it off. A guy came out and got a coaching session with me. He works here in London. His company makes $110 million a year. We've worked with his company since it was making $60 million, taking it to $110 million. He spent, I don't know, an hour and a half with me, with him and Mark Wright, the apprentice, Mark Wright, you know. And he's like, Grant, I paid my house up, 5 million pounds. My house is paid for. We were going over his finances. I said, dude, you're an idiot. And he's like, why? Because I paid it off? I said, no, because you have a house. My wife loves it. All right. Doesn't make it right. So what? She loves it, okay? You love drugs, you do them. Might not want to do them. Right? There's some things that you love that you need to say no to if you want freedom. How many believe that? You're going to have to give something up. You got debt, you need equity, you're going to have to find somebody that's got money. There is no shortage, folks. There's no shortage, help me out here, no shortage of money on this planet. If you got a shortage, it's because you're not talking to people. If you have the right investment in the right location that produces enough income, and you can tell the simple story that I've just told in the last 45 minutes, you will find people standing in line to invest money with you. Okay? But you can't be looking at 57 different deals. You need to say, I have the deal that will do what? Okay? What's the criteria? Everybody help me out here. What'd you learn today? Say again? Okay, I want a 2X to 3X opportunity. So if you need a 2X, I'm doing a big questionnaire right now. We're going to do a big, giant Q&A right now. If you're looking for something that has a 2 to 3X exit, you need to know who the exit is. I did not know this when I started buying real estate. I didn't discover this until about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. You have to know who the exit is for the real estate when you buy the real estate. So the real estate we buy today, I know the person I'm going to sell it to when I buy it today. I know the demographic of that individual. I know the type, what they look like, the personality, okay? And I'm not interested in selling it to a rich doctor or pretty boy over here, okay? I'm not interested, you sir. Same dude I've been picking on the whole time, man. Okay, 61. So I'm not interested in selling it to somebody that is dependent upon the economy. I want to sell this product right here to somebody that always has money. Who always has money? Good times, bad times? Huh? Banks always have money. Life insurance companies always have money. They never don't have money. If you go back to 1920, 1929, the life insurance companies had money. They always had money. Banks, the right banks always had money. Okay, the handful, okay, the behemoths on this planet that rule and run everything. What do they invest in, ladies and gentlemen? Do you know that you cannot borrow money from Barclays to buy stock in Barclays? Do you understand that concept? You cannot go to Citibank, borrow money from Citibank to buy stock in Citibank. Like, this should clear it all up for you right here. But you can borrow money from Citibank to buy a $20 million piece of property. Now you got the first 12 or 13 million handled. Now you just got to figure out the other what? If I'm buying something for 20 million, they're going to give me 14. I need to figure out the 6, okay? You're like, I don't have 6 million. Do you have a commitment to freedom? Quit telling me about the obstacles. Do you have a commitment to freedom, man? Okay? Because if you could figure out this little problem right here, there's only 7 billion people on planet Earth. Divide 6 million by 7 billion. What's the number? Somebody do the math for me, please. Where's the accountant in the room? I'll do it then. You guys don't want to participate? Let's see. Shit. $6 million. Elena, you counting on your fingers? Divided by. Yeah, it's like 0.0000. No, so what's the answer to your problem? People. You need people. You want to build a big real estate portfolio? You got to get known by people. You got to get out into the world, man. You got to tell people, I'm buying real estate. I'm buying the best real estate in the world. Okay? We're buying real estate that provides cash flow. We're buying great real estate in great locations, and you can invest with me. You got to get known. You got to be seen and be heard. You got to toot your own horn. You got to do almost everything your parents taught you not to do. You got to want your cake and eat it too. and everything y'all eat over here. Right? You got to tell people, I'm in the real estate game. Everybody try this. I'm in the real estate game. Sad. Nobody's going to hear you, man. Nobody's going to hear you if you do that, okay? Money follows attention. Money follows attention. Money follows attention. Whoever gets the most attention gets the most money. End of story. Money follows attention, okay? Why do you think Barclays has their name on the top of their building? Barclays. You can see it from 15 miles away on a clear day. Why do you think they're saying, here we are, in the best location in London? Money follows attention. Brings credibility. They don't buy the cheapest stuff. They buy the best stuff. You wouldn't see a good deal if it just showed up right in your face, right? Like, eh. And then you'd be like, I don't know. Let me go talk to somebody. Too late, man. Too late. The good stuff is going to go with somebody that has certainty. See, you're so busy protecting this. What's it going to cost us? Let me put it through my little Excel spreadsheet. Dude, let me tell you, every morning I wake up, I get up before the sun gets up, okay? Second thing I do, first, when I go into my office, there's a piece of paper delivered to me every day. First activity of the day. I work out. First thing, I wake up, I work out. I wake up, I was going to tell you guys what else I do, but I wake up, I work out. Okay, I love my kids, and then I go to work. And then first thing that hits my desk every day is a balance sheet of every account I have. And I'm looking at that balance sheet to find out how much cash. The only thing on that sheet is cash money. Why am I looking at my cash every day? Get rid of it. Say it again, sir. Get rid of it. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of it. It's trash. It's going to start smelling bad. Right? You go to your refrigerator, you open it up. What do you look for? What's going bad? Let's eat it. Let's eat it before it goes bad, right? If you were the produce manager at a store, you'd look like, hey man, let's move these bananas. They're about to go. They got a day left. Let's get them to the front of the store before we lose them. Cash is trash. The right real estate, bought at the right time, at the right price, in enough scale that produces enough income, will create financial freedom for you and your family.
If you've enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about property investing professionally, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel.